Thank you very much. Dr. Hunt?
Thank you very much, and thank you also for the opportunity to appear. I have provided a written submission already, and my submission focuses on three things. First of all, the need for a genuine partnership approach to solving the issues that the cashless debit card is meant to be addressing. This is what the Prime Minister agreed is necessary to closing the gap. So why is it not the right approach to use in the Northern Territory and in the three other sites in Western Australia and South Australia? Such an approach would start with the views of the affected people on what might work. It would not automatically start with a cashless debit card. Secondly, as previous witnesses have articulated, there isn't any robust evidence to support this extension of compulsory income management in existing sites and the transition from the Basics card in the Northern Territory. In fact, notwithstanding its limitations, the Goldfields so-called baseline report makes quite clear that the cashless debit card is not suitable for certain people who are still covered by this bill. That is, those with mental health issues and those on disability pensions and their carers, as well as those whose behaviours do not need to change because they're fine. And essentially, that report clearly indicated a case for much tighter targeting to those few people who have really problematic behaviours. That evidence from within the program itself has not been taken on board in this bill. On top of this, the evidence from over 10 years, I think it's nearly 12 now, of the Basics card shows income management has made no discernible difference in the Northern Territory. So, in my opinion, and it's informed opinion, the evidence, a lot of public money has been wasted when it could have been spent on programs that actually work. The Prime Minister also said in his Closing the Gap speech this year that governments fail, and I'm quoting, governments fail when investment is poorly targeted and when we don't learn from evidence. Well, I think both of those things are the case with what's proposed in the current bill. It's poorly targeted and we haven't learnt from evidence. Finally, I've provided a range of alternative suggestions about what might work to make changes to these deep-seated social problems that we all want to see resolved. I've pointed to a range of research that has shown evidence of reducing harms such as violence and drug or alcohol abuse. The Maranguka Justice Reinvestment Project, for example, in Bourke, recorded a 23% drop in police-reported incidents of domestic violence and a 31% increase in Year 12 student retention rates in just 1 year, 2016-17. So outcomes like this are possible with the right approach, and that is doing things with people, not to them. I've also made clear some principles for tackling drug and alcohol issues in Indigenous communities from expert sources, an intergovernmental committee that prepared an agreed government strategy, and the Edith Cowan University's review of all the evidence. I'm sorry to say, but the cashless debit card does not conform to these principles. And it's for that reason that I really oppose this bill, because I think it's a waste of public money.
Thanks, Dr. Hunt.